Forgive me, if you will, for interrupting your regularly scheduled programming of platitudinous economic fantasy, wherein hard work leads to success and the market corrects itself like some Calvinist deity after a bout of indigestion. Instead, let us briefly and perhaps even grimly address that rather inconvenient artifact of our glorious neoliberal age, the calamitous farce that is modern wealth distribution. One cannot help but marvel at the ingenuity of the scheme. The poor borrow, the middle class stagnate, the rich, like voracious truffle-sniffing pigs, hoover up every remaining asset at compound interest. Passive income, that moral oxymoron, becomes the religion of the age. Even the aristocrats of old at least had the decency to hold titles and get beheaded occasionally. We are told, in sedated tones by people who look suspiciously like hedge fund managers dressed as think-tank fellows, that taxing wealth would amount to punishing success. Ah yes, because success apparently now consists entirely of collateralizing real estate, privatizing public services and monetizing misery. If this is success in our late capitalist dystopia, one shudders to think what failure might look like. Actually, on second thought, just check your local high street. Observe also the linguistic gymnastics. When the poor steal, it's called theft. When the rich do it, it's efficiency. When the poor burn out, it's irresponsibility. When the rich evade tax, it's agile accounting. And yet the Daily Mail still huffs self-righteously into its gin about the lazy underclass, a group perpetually failing to stand up while the boot is still pressing down. It is no longer even sufficient merely to be poor. One must now apologize for it. One must internalize poverty as moral failure, as evidence of insufficient hustle, as if Jeff Bezos got his start not with inherited privilege and regulatory capture, but by selling chewing gum in a Siberian prison camp with nothing but a dream and a Wi-Fi login. Meanwhile, the state continues its metamorphosis into a publicly funded concierge service for the rich, welfare for billionaires, austerity for nurses. The only thing that trickles down these days is contempt, and perhaps sewage in some of the privatized rivers. Now, I can already hear the hiss of the libertarians waving their Nietzsche paperbacks and muttering envy. But this is not about envy. It is about arithmetic. A society cannot function, has never functioned, when its resources are hoarded like dragon gold by a microscopic elite who then claim with breathtaking sanctimony that any effort to redistribute said hoard is tantamount to vandalism.